I'm excited to share part of a past life regression session I conducted with a client here in New Zealand last week. I've left out a life that she had as an African witch doctor, but included two fascinating experiences which you can read about in the video description, as well as some information from her higher self. So right now, we're going through challenging times. Both lives' experiences I've included touch on this global situation that we're in. There's a lot of information in this session relating to the shift that we're all going through, which many relate to under different names, such as the New Earth, Ascension process, the event, the Golden Age, and the shift in consciousness. I hope all this is of interest to you. I attempted to select what I thought was relevant, which may provide some guidance, validation, and possibly even comfort as you continue on in a world that is in a grand transition.
I'm in Machu Picchu.
Mm.
I'm on the mount. I'm on the mountain. I stay there. I work there.
When you look down at your feet, what do you see?
They're brown, barefoot. There's gold rings on my ankles. But I'm not human. Something else.
Okay.
It's like a different race.
Do you see what you're wearing?
It's a red robe. Come through a portal.
You just came through one?
No. A while back, we were tasked to come through.
Do you know how long it's been since you came through?
No, I'm a man. I'm middle age.
Do you know what age exactly?
40-ish.
Okay. What color is your hair?
Orange.
How long is it?
Long. Tied back with a gold band.
Are you carrying anything?
Stuff. Gold stuff.
Is there anything on the end?
Crystal.
What?
Crystal.
What type?
It's a Lemurian.
Do you know what the crystal does? Does it have any special property, or does the stuff have any specific use?
It's got etching on it. I'm originally from Lemuria. We came through a portal to raise the consciousness. We had to come. We had to come through to help. We've been tasked.
What was the reason to help? What's going on?
We're under attack.
Right now?
We have to take the people with us. It's not safe. We have to come through the portal.
How many of you did come through originally?
Not many, just a handful.
How many people are there that you have to help?
There's a tribe of there's a tribe of people over a thousand. We have to get them through the portal.
Who are attacking you?
The Spanish is European. We have to save the population. They're coming to kill us.
Why is it important that you save them?
It is not their time. They were brought down here to assist Earth, to raise the frequency. It is not their time to pass. They have to come back. They have to save them. I'm not meant to die here this time.
How are you feeling right now while performing that task?
Overwhelmed. It's hard. A lot of pressure. It's my job to get them through the portal and to close the portal in time.
What other emotions do you feel?
A lot of pain. I can feel the intent and the anger of the people coming. It is dark. It's not good. It's not meant to be here. It is foreign. It's not good.
Do you know specifically what the intentions are of the Europeans that are coming?
It is to kill and to murder. But they know that this is special. They want to stop. They want to stop this from happening. They want to take away the energy here. They want to stop this from happening. They don't want the raising of the frequencies. They want to interfere. They have a dark agenda. It's not good.
So they are aware that the people there are raising the frequencies?
Yes. They know that they have to stop it. They do not want this to happen.
Do you know how many people are coming to attack or are attacking?
It's about 100, 200. It's not a lot. But they have dark intentions.
Can you see what they're carrying, some of them?
No, it just sucks up the light. It takes away the light. It diminishes the light. It's like a black. They absorb. They take away the energy. They suck it up. They want to lower the frequency. They do not want this to be.
Before you mentioned the Spanish, are they Spanish?
They dressed as Spanish, but the intention behind it is not Spanish. It's like a dark force that drives them.
What does
They're tethered to a dark force that uses them, manipulates.
what does the portal look like?
It's blue. It's circular. It's got gold in it. It's clockwise motion. It's rotating. it makes a low humming sound. It's a deep blue in the middle, and it goes out into a light blue, and just the people are getting through the portal, just getting them through the portal. And I'm grounding the portal. I'm responsible for keeping the portal open, for holding the portal. I've got to hold that portal open until everybody is through. The last person standing before I can close it.
How large is the portal?
It's not that big. It's about 6 foot, just enough for a person to just get through. It's not that large.
How many portals are there?
Just one. Large amount of energy to hold it, to keep it grounded, to keep it open.
How many people have you got through so far?
I don't know if I'll save all of them. I've got to get all of them.
Do you know what those people are called?
No, but they're connected to Lemuria. They have Lemuria ancestry. They're connected to the Lemurians. They're descendants of the Lemurians. They will not go back to Earth. They will go elsewhere.
Can you describe what one of them is wearing?
Very basic. Okay. A loincloth, very basic clothing. They're smaller, they're humanoid, but smaller. Gold and crystal. A different vibration, a vibrational frequency, different. They can transmute. They transmute frequencies. But they're not meant to be found. They're not meant to die. Their body cannot be found. They've got to go through the portal.
Do you know how they were found, how they were located?
They came through a portal. They came through a portal to be here.
How long have they been there?
1,000 years. Time is circular and not linear. They came. The earth called them. They had to come. They came. They chose to come to help. Ley lines, connection. Earth is a magnetic grid. They had to connect in, sort out frequencies. They were brought here specifically to help. That's why I cannot be here, cannot be found, cannot be caught.
Is that location an important ley line?
Yeah, down. Got to go down, deep connection. Yes. Strong. Deep connection. Got to go down. Go down and up.
Are you describing the type of ley line?
Yes. Strong. Portal down. Vortex, big vortex. A lot of energy.
Under the ground, the vortex?
Yes. Mustn't get contaminated.
What would contaminate it?
Close. The entity wanted to close it down, wanted to repurpose it, use it for else, make it bad, make it not good, utilize it for not good stuff. Had to be protected, had to be closed off, had to be sealed. until it will be open again.
Is that your task, or was that the task of the ancestors?
No, I was here. I was here mainly. I was here to bring them back. Their job to activate, to utilize, and now in danger. So close down. Had to close it down, seal it in a gold light.
Are you doing that now?
No, not me. It was done before. I was just there to assist the people to get them out. They did the work. They closed the portal. They closed the vortex. I was just there to bring them back, to assist them, to take them to safety, and to make sure that nothing comes through the portal with us, and to finalize everything before we go.
Where are you taking them?
Off planet, gone, somewhere else, different place. Not here, not here.
Do you know what the place is?
No.
The place that you are taking them, is that their final destination or a temporary destination?
They come from taking them home. They've got to go back to their home planet. They just came to help. My job to make sure.
What is happening right now?
They're through. I got to close the portal. I've got to make sure nothing comes with us. Got to close it.
Describe that closure process.
I stand in the portal, out, legs out, X shape. One stands in front of me, and we start to spin. We spin gold light, blue light, gold light, blue light. Energy everywhere, energy everywhere. Gold light. God.
Was that a difficult mission for you?
So easy. Yes. Safety. What? Lots of pressure to make sure nothing comes across and that it is sealed.
Did everyone get through?
Yes. No one stayed. No one left.
So you did quite well.
Yes. Task accomplished.
And they were able to close down the special vortex.
Yeah. Sealed. Just temporary.
Where are you right now?
I'm just in between.
Can you describe that?
I'm floating at the moment. Just floating.
Can you describe what you look like?
I'm just energy.
When you focus back in on where you were, can you see what you look like?
I'm finished with that lifetime. That was
Okay.
my life My life was the portal. When I closed the portal, my life finished. The portal and I were connected. My life force was the portal. Through my life force, I generated the portal. With the portal closing, my life force ended.
Do you have access to more information about what that dark force was?
Old, very old. Been for a long time. Don't want to go there because it's not nice. It's really not nice. But
It's okay.
Been fighting a long time. It's not good intentions. It's an old, very dark. It's manipulative. It's the forces that control. It's the war between the light and the dark. It's just the opposite end of the scale. It's not good. It's part of us, but it isn't part of us. It's the balance of the world. Don't want to go too close.
Do they have a name?
Anunnaki, I don't know, it comes up, I don't know, Anunnaki.
Okay.
Into Egypt, Sekhmet, lion goddess. What am I doing? Cats.
Do you see a lion goddess? Or is that you?
I am part of her. She's a part of me. Oh, dear God.
How does it feel?
I'm a cat. I can see.
A regular cat or a different type?
I've got silver hair. I've got yellow eyes and a tail. Lyra. Oh, the planet Lyra.
When you look down, what does the lower part of your body look like?
Human, but more sleek, more feline.
What does the surface of your body look like?
Cold furs and
Sleek fur? What about your feet? What does that look like?
they feed the claws. They are claws.
How many claws?
Four.
Was that 5?
Four
4.
toes, five hands, but slightly with claws.
Yeah. And what color is that sleek fur?
Gold.
And you said your head or your hair was silver.
Long, long silver. Long.
Does the hair go down your back?
It's beautiful. It goes all the way down. Long, yes. The small of my back.
And how do you walk or move? What's your position, your body position?
I'm upright, but I'm fast. I'm kind of very fast. That sense energy. I understand so much.
Where are you right now? What's around you?
I'm in Kilimanjaro, Kenya. Snow on the top, underneath. That's it, just. I'm in a cave. I'm meeting with people.
How did you get there?
We flew, we flew from it. We're meeting with people that live under the earth. There's tunnels under Mount Kilimanjaro. They connect to Hollow Earth. To the beings, the sentient beings that are there.
So before you said you flew, where did you fly from?
I want to say Lyra, but it's not Lyra. We came from another planet. We were from elsewhere.
Okay.
We originate on Lyra, but we come from elsewhere. We've been elsewhere. We're custodians. We help. We connect. We do things.
Would you say your home world is Lyra, or perhaps your ancestral home world?
Yes, I've been a cat for a long time.
What do the people look like that you are meeting?
It's like a praying mantis type person. Large praying mantis type. Insectoid.
Hmm.
But there's more. There's lots of races. Just speaking to one, but there's lots of people. Lots of different people.
How many, roughly?
I don't know. We haven't met them all.
Hmm.
We're just liaising with this insectoid type. But I have seen glowing entities, energetic bodies,
Hmm.
non-corporeal, not physical form.
How far under the earth are you? Or under the mountain?
We far. We've gone down passages and been transported down very far. Different world, total different world.
Did you have to walk down those passages?
No, walk, and then we were like in a tube and we went down. Like a teleport, we were
Okay.
relocated.
And do you know what the intentions are of the beings you're talking to?
we're like a peace mission, trying to get them to understand they don't want anything to do with the human race on top of the earth.
Mm.
Nothing to do with it. We're there to ask them for help, to help with the ascension. The earth's ascending, we all need to help. Everybody's got to help.
Do you know when this is? What time period in Earth's history?
Soon.
The future?
Not long to go. Not long to go.
Do you mean what you are seeing, what you are doing now? What time period is that? Is that now, or is it the future, or is it the past?
It's future, but now it's different timeline. It's like a part of me, but not me now. But it's coming, and it's going to be soon. Changes are happening already. It's in motion. It's going forward. Time circular, not linear.
When you say different timeline, is it a possible future, or is it our future?
Our future. Our future. Our future.
Would a different reality be a better word, or do you mean timeline by simply being in the future? It's that timeline.
That timeline. Yes, it is in the future, but it's like a part of me that is there doing that, but a part of me is here. But it is going to happen to us right here on this earth. We are ascending. We're moving forward.
Do you know who or what will be ascending?
Mama Earth ascending. She's changing. She wants to ascend. That is why we're all here, to help her. We heard the call. We came here to help her, and this is what we have to do.
And how do you feel being part of that goal?
I heard the call. I came. It's what I really want to do, but I miss home. I miss harmony and the connectiveness with everyone. I still remember so clearly. I have strong memories of home, of who I am, and it sometimes interferes with the work I've got to do here. Too connected, one foot on either side. I know I have to be here to help. I chose to do that. But I still have very strong memories of who I truly am. And it's hard to integrate at times the person I am here in this world, which is so dense, and that energetic being that I am and who I am. And there are times when I find it too hard and I cannot do it. But I know the importance, and I know what I have to do.
So with everything you just said right then, are you referring to the human side back in the room?
Yes.
Okay.
The harshness of this world is not.
I understand. Many of us feel that way. With the cat being back in the room, do you know what your name is?
Arabella.
How long will you be there visiting?
It's just a short time period. He's just connecting with everybody that needs to be connected to. Got to rally the forces and be prepared for the ascension that's coming.
And can you explain the difference between where you're from and where you are there? How does it feel? What's the differences?
No, not clear. Memory not clear for that.
What was that?
It's not clear. I can't see.
That's okay.
We've been wandering. We've been on mission for too long. We've been gone for a long time.
If you put that into Earth years, how many years would you say you've been away from home?
Thousands. We've been traveling.
That's a long time.
We've been on mission.
Is that how old you are as the Arabella was your name?
No, original soul mission. Many lives, many forms. 3 different lifetimes. The mission the same. To help and assist you. To go and to help and to save, to assist, to change, to move things. Different lives, different forms, different time periods, but mission the same always.
So back with those, you said they were mantids or insectoids. You described those beings as?
They're big. They're big. They're bigger than us. Look like a praying mantis. A bit cold. Not emotional. Communication, telepathy. Don't want to get involved in things. Very self-focused, self-driven. Hard to convince. Hard to get support from them. Not interested. Hard work to deal with them.
What are their intentions? Same as yours?
Yeah, self-preservation. They really, they don't want to look at the bigger picture. They're just interested in keeping themselves. They don't want to assist. They don't trust humanity. Don't trust other races. Don't want to help.
Do you know why they are there?
It's their planet was destroyed, and they've found sanctuary in Hollow Earth, in the middle of the earth. They found sanctuary there.
Is that where they live?
Yes.
Why was that location chosen for all the different beings to come together right now?
The people that didn't want a bit of hiding, a bit of place to hide, and they were supposed to all come out and help. When we started to ascend, the idea was to help us all. They're meant to all bond together, and become cohesive and help. We're all meant to stand together to do this. We need to stand together for the ascension to move forward. But still, Mantids no good. They don't want to be part of this. They just difficult. Just got to work on it. Got to work on them. Got to get them to see the other side. Got to get them to realize it's important for them as well.
Is that an important part or role you're playing to try and convince them?
Yeah, it's our mission to get people to stand together, to become one, to realize the wholeness. Because we can't do this by ourselves. We all got to do it together.
Is anyone else with you at the moment as you discuss that with them?
Yes, I have people with me. We're a small task force. We're a small force. We're five of us.
Are they all of the same race?
Yes, we're all from Lyra at this stage. Yes, we're from Lyra, yes.
Do they
All
look like
female.
you? All feline, yeah.
Slight differences in colouring.
Is there a leader?
I'm the leader.
Okay. So back to what you said the Earth is ascending. Can you talk more about that?
The planet has to change frequency. Being too long shackled down. We've been very long shackled down. Billions of years. It's our time to ascend now. And this was chosen. And the people that are here are connected to the earth. And we have to help. And it is the souls we've chosen to be here at this time, to choose that ascension pathway and to help. The souls that no longer want to be here or cannot adjust to the ascension will change, will pass. No longer got soul contracts, time for them to leave. The people who have got soul contracts with the earth will change with the earth, will help with the ascension process. This was foretold a long time ago, and the time is coming now. It is the earth's chance to ascend, and with it will send a ripple effect throughout the universe.
When the ones that ascend with the Earth, do they stay with the 3D Earth or do they go somewhere else?
No, Earth, when she ascends, she changes vibrational frequency. People on the Earth will change vibrational frequency with her. So there will no longer be 3D Earth. There will be a different Earth of a different vibration with people of the same vibration that will stay there. If your vibration doesn't match, you don't stay. It's just the law. Vibrations match vibrations. If your vibrational frequency isn't the same or of a higher vibration, you will no longer stay in that vibrational form with that vibrational earth. So earth will change vibration, we'll change vibration, and things will just part. The 3D earth will no longer be. The souls that cannot match the vibration will no longer be on the earth. They will either choose to go elsewhere or pass through until such time that they reincarnate elsewhere.
So when you say they will not be able to stay with the Earth, would that be a sudden event that happens, or would that be a gradual where people, it may be a few years and then people may move on or different things happen, or would it be, all suddenly?
No, a gradual process. it's slowly happening, the Schumann resonance. That's why the Schumann resonance is doing what it's doing. It's blacking out, it's stopping, it's going, it's the earth's heartbeat. It's changing. We're changing. Our vibrations are changing. Options are open. Choices are made. People can choose what they want to do. They can raise with it. It's a gradual process. People will be given chances, and then there will be no more chances. And then it's a case of choose. It's either right or it's left. And if you choose to go one way, then you will ascend and change the vibrational frequency with the earth. If not, then your choice is in a different direction. But there will always be a choice based on so many different things. But it's going to be a choice of everyone.
And for those that ascend, is that similar to those that don't descend? Would they gradually make that ascension process, such as living out their life and passing on, or some other event causing them to pass on? Would they then ascend, or would they ascend while within a body?
Ascension within the earth changes the way we think, the way we process, the way we are. Life will be different. And the laws of karma will no longer apply. But we've still got a choice of what we do, and if we choose to come, we will stay with the earth, and we will have a choice as to what we do, whether we want to stay with the earth. The physical body will change and go into a different form. We will have a choice as to whether we stay or whether we want to go into different lives. All of the experiences that we have get fed back into the collective, into source, into the understanding of who we are. In 5D, people that choose not to ascend will either then go back onto the karmic wheel and keep on until such time that they choose to ascend or not. It's always a choice. It's always a choice. It's always about understanding and experiencing and feeding back to source, into our sun, into who we are, into the oneness of the source.
As an example of a single person that does choose to ascend, would it be like entering that portal that we experienced earlier, or would it be more of a death of the physical body?
The physical body will not die, it will change. It will just change into a more energetic body. It's a transition. It's like a transition from a dense physical body into a lighter physical body, into a collective, into an understanding, into a connectedness, and out of the basic 5 senses, it will be more of an energetic connection. So not a death, just a transition into a different form.
So, for example, someone's living their life, they've got family, work, whatever that work may be. Would that transition take place, and then they'd continue on in that experience with the work and the family, or would they be leaving?
No, change completely. Part of the family will not transition, will not be in the same vibrational frequency, because it is everybody's individual choice where to be. So some will transition, some won't. Collective living is different. It's a sharing, a different way, a higher perspective. there's not that attachment to things. Vibrationally, it will just completely change. Things will have different meanings. It will be totally different. Work won't be work. It will be a collective sharing.
So would the location change of where the person was when that process takes place? Would they go somewhere else?
No, still the same. Still the same place, but a vibrational shift. So it feels like stepping into a different, just a change of vibration. So staying as where it is, but the vibration will change, which takes you out of, it's like stepping behind the veil. It's the vibration will just completely change. You will be here, but you'll be in a different vibration in the same area, in a different vibrational body.
And does this take place all at once for everybody, or is it a gradual, different for each person?
No, I think it will take place for everybody, but in a slow effect. It will just be a slow variation and change. And I think that's why so many people are leaving, are transitioning, so many people are dying. It's choices that they don't want to be here through the shift. They don't choose to be through the shift. So a lot more people will still transition because it's not their choice to be here or their path.
For those that do die, is there a possibility that they make the transition anyway?
If they have not chosen to be here through the transition, they will just go back to the collective until such time they reincarnate wherever they chosen, depending on what they got to learn. And if they're at a vibrational match, they will be able to come back to a new earth, depending on their vibrational frequency.
So back with the beings in the Hollow Earth cave, do you have success trying to convince them?
That's my choice. Yeah, they're going to come along, but it's been hard. They've been really difficult guys, really.
Yeah.
But I know in the heart of it that they will play ball. I know they'll come along, but they're just too cold and calculating. They're just they're hard negotiators. They're really tough cookies.
No, that's good news.
We will get them. We have to. We've got to get everybody on board with this. So it's a big thing. It's for Mama Earth. We've got to try. We've got to do the best that we can.
And with those mantids, do you know if they're responsible for any other races? Do they have a connection to any other ETs or beings that you can see?
I think they've had a bit of a bad rap. Some of them have not been on the good side of things. And I know one of my lives was a Mantoid. They have played both sides of the field. They've been in connection with the bad guys, but the majority of them have got good intentions. It's just like any race. They either get drawn to the dark side or not. So I think they have played both sides of the field.
When you say majority, would that be above 75%?
Yeah, I would say a good 80% plus. It's just that few 10% or 15% that don't do things well.
Okay. And for those that don't do good things well, do you see any link between those groups of mantids with another race perhaps that also doesn't do good? Is there any connections that come up that you could name?
No, just the common theme of death and destruction. They just want to undo everything. They feed off fear. They feed off darkness, and that's what they want to propagate and generate. But regardless of what they want and what they do, and regardless of who they are, nothing in this universe is not of light. So beneath all the darkness and the ugliness, there's always a core of light. And in every single person and every single thing that is within this galaxy is a core of light. And if only they would remember who they truly are as a core of light, nothing can be undone. We all just sparks. And if we remember who we are, and if we're connecting with our spark and realize who we are all parts of the Creator. So beneath all the fear and the darkness that they are still a spark of light. They've just forgotten who they are.
Okay, that makes sense. What do you do after you finish talking to them in the cave?
If we're finished with our mission and we've achieved what we have to, it's back and going out to the next mission, which is, again, something similar of raising frequency, of making sure that there's enough light for the forward movement, for the increase, for the change in frequency.
So we're just going to go through the earlier experiences that Michelle had today. So first, she found herself at Machu Picchu, where she had a mission to bring back the people. Why was it important for that experience to come up for us today?
She has issues of self-worth. She's got to understand her worth. She tends to downplay who she is and what she is. I think it's time for her to stand in her power and to recognize who she is, and that she has worth, lots more worth than what she realizes. And she's far more able and capable than what she realizes.
Yeah. So seeing that memory and that mission, that's going to help her feel more capable, feel more self-worth.
Yes, it gives her an understanding of her power and what she is capable of, and that she doesn't have to veer away from taking responsibility for doing things. She's quite competent, and she has got the knowledge and the understanding. Unfortunately, she allows her mind to dictate a lot of her stuff, and a lot of self-doubt sneaks in. And it's time for her to actually realize that she is totally capable and she can do far more than what she thinks that she can.
Okay. So she described in that moment how the Spanish were coming, but they held these intentions and they had like a dark force behind them. Can you talk more about what that dark force was?
In the universe, it's always a play of light and dark powers. And the more you are, I think the more the more people play pivotal roles or are important in certain aspects, they get more drawn towards dark light. The dark entities, the dark, whatever you would like to call them, are drawn towards them because they're obviously going to come into contact with them more often. So they're going to clash forces. So she has come across them a number of times, including reptilians and a lot of things in many of her lifetimes. She's crossed paths with them, so she recognizes them very easily. She's very much well aware of them, and she's one of the few people that can actually see them for who they are and therefore poses a threat. And that's the reason why she was there for the portal, so that she was able to see with clarity who they were and recognize them. She actually, she has a little bit of reptilian blood in her, and hence she's able to see them more clearly.
And were the people attacking definitely from Spain?
They were humans from Spain, yes, but they were driven. They were tethered to a dark force that actually drove them to do that. They were just pawns, effectively, and to present that to cause this genocide, but they were stopped, or otherwise it would have been a total genocide.
Yeah. The people that were rescued, do they have a name that's familiar to us in our day and age?
No, they don't. They were brought in from an off-site planet for a particular reason. They were just there as a part-time. They were not meant to be there forever. They had elongated skulls, and they were meant to they were there for a task to do that, to build up a culture, to connect into the vortex. They were there for a task. They were there for a limited time. Their time was cut short due to, unfortunately, the invasion. And unfortunately, the dark side got one up on us and managed to interfere a little bit before we could fully complete our task. So things were set back a little bit on the timeline.
And what year did that take place in Earth time?
Early 1800s.
Okay. Okay, next up was had an Egyptian connection at first, but it ended up being an experience in the Hollow Earth as a being, a cat, feline type of being. Why was it important that came up for Michelle today?
Well, we connected through Egypt because she loves Egypt. She always has. And through Sekhmet, there's actually a statue of Sekhmet that she did a meditation in with. So it was just the connection to get there, ultimately to understand. And I know she has had flashes and sensations of being this person, but hasn't quite come to terms with the understanding of being this feline entity. Once again, it's about brokering, about helping the peace. She doesn't allow her light to shine that bright. She hides her light in a bush a lot. She doesn't want to draw attention to herself. She feels that by exposing herself, she doesn't want to put herself in the spotlight. So she's been involved in quite a few important lifetimes, and they've had big ramifications that have been important in helping. And it was for her to realize that she has always been on Earth's side, helping with the ascension in one form or another. So in this lifetime that she's in now, although she longs to go back, she has in numerous lifetimes been helping this earth with the ascension process and will continue to help it. It's just she doesn't realize how important it is, and that her task is not yet finished. She has been involved in numerous times of doing this, and will continue to do so. So it was a reminder for her to understand that she wanted to be here and that she will continue to be here until we ascend.
And is that a simultaneous experience and life that she's playing out now as the feline?
Yes, because in her dreams she crosses over at times. And that is why she's woken up at times actually feeling the feline. That's why the senses were very strong. She actually feels the feline side of her. So it's a similar, it's a double line that she's running in when she goes to sleep. She actually does do, that's one of her jobs. She flicks in between, she goes in between lifelines, and she actually does work like this.
Okay. And how far ahead was that taking place in comparison to right now?
Not that long, no. Definitely before 2050. We definitely we will be fully ascended by 2050.
Is there an important date or year when that process really kicks off?
It's already started.
Okay. So under the earth right now, the hollow earth, are those mantids living?
Yes, they are. There's a full community under there.
And how long have they been there for?
A long time. They have been here for longer than humans have been on the earth. And there has been a community of different races that stay there as part of the guardianship of the earth.
Describe what her home system and planet is like, Lyra. What does it look like?
It's more green. It's more a green planet. Less water. Very, very not primitive planet, but it hasn't been industrialized in any way. So it's more connected in with nature and energy. It's telepathic. There's no need for talking. A lot of energy work gets done there.
You said there's lots of crystals.
Yes. Work a lot with crystals. Everybody uses palm-sized crystals that they work with, which are all connected to huge crystals. We're talking big crystals, the size of houses, and they're all connected. So one crystal is connected to the next crystal. They're all of the same. If the small one vibrates in your hand, it vibrates in the big one. So they're all connected. So they all work together. So the crystal in your hand is giving you the power and the understanding of the huge crystals that are placed in strategic places within the planet that are connected in a grid form for energy, light, and source. So everything's interconnected. And we work with palm crystals. which are once again connected to the main.
Is there any other information that the collective wants to share with us today?
Time is short. Changes are happening, huge changes. It's really important that energy workers come to the fore. They speak up. It is their time now. The time for action is now. It's now to be more of a stronger presence, and to really all the work we've been doing. It's now time to action it. It's now time to bring it into the fore for us to make the light bright. It's very important. We've got to hold the light now. And this is our job. We've all been working so hard for this. We now got to hold that light, because we're on a roller coaster. It's going to be a roller coaster ride, and it's really important to ground and hold the light. Every light worker has to hold the light now bright, for humanity, and to help those that want to move up into the light with us, and raise that consciousness and help wherever we can, because the shift is coming. It's really important to get as many people as possible with us. So it's really a time for us we have decided to incarnate at this time. And it is now time for us to hold the groups, like you holding your group, all of us holding the meditation, helping wherever we can in any possible way of bringing the light to the fore. I think it's really important. And also to be aware of protection. At the moment, the dark has been cornered. It's not happy. It's going to fight. It's going to give us a run for our money. We really got to be really vigilant about looking after ourselves, protection-wise. I think we will be targeted, and it's really important to stand in our power and to stand in our light. Really, really important. This is the time for us to shine bright.